one.
I want to give just sort of a practical example of a way to get into God's presence in a really intimate way. Um, if you want to get to know God's voice better, you want to see Him in a new way. I talk a lot about slowing down and being loved by Him and learning from Him and hearing from Him. And, if you want to experience more gifts of the Spirit and you want to start speaking in tongues or healing people or prophesying, and a practical tool that I learned, you'll hear this all over the place. People talk about it a lot, is to like go to the secret place. And so, if you don't know what that means, if you don't feel like you have a secret place where you connect with God one on one and you can tune out the rest of the world and just go here, I want you to follow these little steps. I'm going to walk us through a little exercise because someone did this with me like 20 years ago or something, and it changed my relationship with the Lord entirely. This is where I go daily and sometimes multiple times a day. Once you kind of get through this routine a few times, you could be standing in line at the grocery store and having a moment of frustration and whatever. You think maybe you have a word for someone even, and that's exciting but terrifying. And you're like, I need to focus somehow in the craziness of what's going on around me. I need to be able to focus my mind and hear from God. And it can become a really quick and easy thing to do if you take some time right now and set up that space, set up this secret place. And so I would encourage you to close your eyes, and we're going to walk through. If you were to imagine you're in a hallway full of doors, there's doors open on both sides of your hallway. As you're walking through this hallway, the doors are loud. There's a lot of commotion happening in each one of them. This hallway is loud. And as you come to each door, I want you to like look to the right, and whatever thing in your mind is happening right there, we're going to shut the noise. We're going to close that door. So what you're doing is you're shutting out the distractions. So when you're in your prayer time and you're thinking, oh man, God, I thank you for my mom who stopped by today. Man, gosh, but what was that crazy thing she said? Da, da, da. And you go off and all of a sudden you're distracted. Shut down those distractions. So whatever noise is coming out of that first door, the first thing in your brain you think of, shut the door and close it out. And keep walking and go down to the next door and close that door. And you want to go kind of slow. Take your time at this. Any thoughts or distractions that are not you coming to a secret place with God and whatever that's about to look like, close the doors. Any noise, any interruption that would get in the way of this moment right now. Just keep walking through. Close the next door. Getting to the end of your hallway, and there's one door at the end that is closed. It's already closed. So when you get to this quiet space, there's no noise. There's no distraction. Take a deep breath, and we're going to open this door in a second. But before you open it, here's what I want you to be prepared for. In this room, you're about to open a door, and in this room, God is here. He's waiting for you inside this room. And this room looks different for everybody. If you were to imagine that Jesus wanted to meet with you one-on-one, where are you meeting with him? You're going to create this new space. So you could be in a library, you could be in a coffee shop, you could be on the beach, you could be in a garden, whatever you think where you are going to connect with God right now, that's what's going to be here. So take a deep breath and open that door, and let's see where God wants you to be. And whatever kind of a space you just walked into, I want you to actually like create this space, because again, right now we're building your secret place that eventually you can get to really quickly. So what does it smell like? What does it sound like? Are you inside? What does the lighting feel like? Maybe if you're in a library type space or a cozy room, what kind of seat are you going to sit in? Is there a chair for you and a chair for Jesus to sit next to you? Is he standing? Maybe there are books on the walls because he's going to start taking some down and teaching you things that are inside these books. Maybe you're out wandering in a garden right now. If that's where you are, what do you see and smell? Is there water nearby? What kind of vegetation is there? I want you to put all of these things around you. And then if Jesus were here right now wanting to talk with you in this space, where is he? Is he holding your hand? Is he standing in front of you? Maybe you're having a really hard time right now and you just need him to give you a hug. This space is for that. So take a minute just in this quiet again, just to really build the atmosphere around you. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool how he speaks to all of us so differently. Everybody's secret place looks different. And once you have sort of the building blocks of this space, you can open your eyes again. And every time that you need to meet with the Lord, when you're trying to hear from him, when you're trying to receive from him, walk down that little hallway in your mind. Sometimes it's quick. You just have a door or two to shut. Sometimes you have a lot of doors to shut because you have a lot of things racing through your mind. But you close those out and you get to that last one. You take that breath and you say, all right, here I am, Lord. And what you walk into that moment, you're asking God to meet with you, and he will. He does not disappoint. He is so anxious to meet with you. And that's where you can hear from him. Like I kind of mentioned before, I have been sometimes in a room, mostly I'm outside when I'm in this moment with the Lord, but where it has been actual books. It is like he took down this book and wanted to open it and show me something. And it was so cool, the way he spoke to me in that moment. For me, usually I'm a very visual learner, so that's why this works for me. A lot of times I'm outside in nature with God. And so he teaches me through streams and waterfalls and flowers and all these different things. He talks to me in different ways. And again, sometimes I need a hug. Sometimes I just want to walk together and talk. Sometimes I just sit and let him talk to me. But that's the best way for me to be able to clear my mind and really hear from him. So I would challenge you to just try that often, daily, if you can, and just get into that secret place with him. And it doesn't have to be busy, and it can just be quiet. Just sit and listen and ask questions. God, why am I here? Why is it a beach? What do you want me to know about this sand? Whatever it is, ask him questions and then just listen and see what happens from it.